Yo guys, what's up? It's Velekart here and welcome to a new video. Today, I'm sorry, but I won't do my usual happy yo because the news I have to uncover with you are everything but pleasurable. Basically, as you know already, probably because it went all over the internet and all over the Twitter accounts. Basically, what happened is that both Rip and Spag. Now we're gonna read their post. Probably two of the most prominent commentators we have ever had on Tekken are excluded on this year's TWT, like completely excluded from working with them, and Bandai Namco from commentating Tekken, and that's of course that's a nail in the coffin of everything that's happening with Tekken 8 right now, with all that's happening with the community and all the shit that's happening with the fans that support the game for years and years. Of course, this is everything but good news, because this is another signal that Tekken is probably living through its dark times, its most I don't know, the medieval ages of Tekken. Basically, everything seems to come. It seems that it's coming down basically to an end. I don't know if this is the truth, but really, their decision of both not inviting two of the people that probably supported the game the most in some way for a longer time with the commentating and so on, it's a huge signal that something is going on negative in Bandai Namco headquarters, in my opinion. And the belief that it's going on more prominent with time is that they both were excluded because in the last period, even them started being critical towards Tekken 8 especially, for different reasons. For example, in the case of Rip, he was very critical of how they handled law, martial law, and the general redesign of Season 2 law, that of course was not liked by Rip, because law has become a character that basically is very easy to use, that everybody can just pick up and use, and it's not a very technical character anymore. So that's of course something that probably Namco Bandai didn't like, and that's why they excluded him from the TWT as a sort of punishment. And this kind of mafia, it's not like we Italians know this very, very well, of course. This thing that you cannot freely criticize the game that you work with for a long time, it's just a very, very scary and unprofessional procedure that you're forced to say good things about the game, otherwise you get cut off. And that's basically what seems to be happening right now with these people, that basically for the first time probably ever, since they've always been so very positive, especially Spag, for example, he has said very good things about the game and the community and Bandai Namco, even in the worst times. Like, for example, he said recently that Bandai Namco has very good communication with the community, and I had a very huge discussion with him on Twitter and also others, because most of people don't agree with this sentiment that they have a very good communication. And even then, he defended Bandai Namco. But recently, gotta give him credit, even him was starting to become critical of the game. So I'm talking about Spaghetti Rip now. In the last Heat Speak and so on, he was very critical of Season 2, and he basically admitted that, you know, the game is not in a very good state. And apparently what's happening is that because of their sentiment that was generally bad, the recent sentiment, they decided that it was better to not include them in the next TWT. I don't know. So I really wonder who will commentate. Like, I read some people that it's gonna be Markman and Samding, that they didn't say anything bad about the game apparently. Also, Markman is very, very positive about the game from what I've seen recently. And that's really a shame, because if we really came to the point in which people cannot say their opinions anymore freely, because otherwise you get cut off, at this point you want people to lie. I don't know, you want people to lie to your audience, you want people to not be critical of the game yourself put to shit. Like, also because it's not like it's a secret that this game is trash right now. So what's the point at this point to punish some people instead of trying to fix your own game? You know what I mean? Like, it's not a secret that season 2 is trash right now. So why punish people that join the bandwagon, but not with no conscience, with no solid criticism? Like, they use this criticism in a sort of way in order to support your game, in order to, you know, to make the game better, so that you can finally listen to us and do things right. But no, if you punish them for expressing their own opinion, what's the point at this point? You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, I just wanted to cover this situation very quick. Of course, it's a very bad situation, and the game, let's see the Spag post. Ladies and lads, it was a good run. I will not on commentary for the Tekken World Tour. Probably the first time ever that Spag is not gonna commentate the whole fucking Tekken World Tour. I will still be around to work with non-TWT events, hopefully, and support events where I can. Regardless of everything, I'm proud of what I've done over the years. We changed the game. So, very dooming post, not gonna lie. It's almost like it almost feels like a farewell post after all that's happening. So, I'm sorry for Spag. I know that, of course, I've been a lot against Spag, but again, like, I am still against Spag in some of the things he said or has done during the recent months. But of course, I'm never happy when someone loses their job, especially if he was even good. Not gonna lie, at commentary. Like, the thing he does as a commentator is very good. Like, he knows how to commentate. He brings hype to the game, and he's good. He's good in what he does. Of course, then some of his opinions I don't agree with, and I've discussed with him a lot of times on Twitter, but I can still respect the work he puts in on the Tekken scene. So of course I'm still very, very sad that he had to lose his job. And the same happens, of course, with Rip. He did a live streaming, which of course we're not gonna cover the full thing. But basically, he said again, not working TWT this year anymore. He doesn't know. They were completely left in the shadows, and they don't know anything about what's gonna happen to them basically in the future of this game. So really, you leave people that worked with you for years and brought new people to the game, basically, because commentary is a very huge deal when it comes to competitive, without not letting him know nothing. He doesn't know anything about his future, basically, with Tekken and TWT. And this is not the first time that it happened. Apparently, it already happened in the conclusion of TWT final, so it's not the first time that he got gutted out of his job, apparently, and that's just a shame. And some people are asking why, in the comments, they're asking why this is happening, and he just doesn't know, as you can see. He just I don't know. So yeah, the situation is not good, guys, and it's another signal that the game is in a very bad state, as we all know already. Let's wait for the next patch. That's in May. I think the next patch will be very decisive on whether or not this game is gonna thrive in the future. Let's see what they'll do in the next May patch, if they're really gonna fix some of the major problems that we told them there are right now in the game, and let's hope for the best, guys. Right now, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and see you guys the next video I'll do. Probably I'll cover the Zafina Infinite. I don't know if you know, guys, but there's an Infinite you can do against Zafina right now that they didn't patch, because this was already an issue that was found in the first iteration of the patch, but it was probably not brought up enough to attention, and it's still in the game. And they need to address this very quickly, because this is possible also with other characters, by the way, not only with Zafina. And basically, if you cancel the heat dash on grounded opponents, for example, on grounded stances, like Zafina goes into Mantis and you do a heat dash, basically the animation of the heat dash happens, but you don't lose heat, so you can loop this over and over and over again, and basically Zafina dies without the possibility of doing anything. Like, for example, Zafina goes into Mantis, you can do the Victor forward 1+2 over and over again, and she just dies. So we're gonna cover this very quickly. And I hope you guys enjoy my content. As always, see you guys very soon again. Bye.